it maybe could be a possibility and might not be the worst option for them, albeit a very controversial option that they could potentially do. After all, they do have an open spot left on their 15-man roster, having 14 of their 15 spots filled at this point, so they could potentially sign him, but the problem is that they currently don't have enough space under the first apron to sign him, or any other free agent for that fact too. At the moment, they're only 1.1 million below the first apron, which they cannot go over, so they would first have to make a trade or some kind of salary dump move to get further under the first apron to then sign Beasley to a veteran minimum contract. And well, at that point, would it even be worth it for them? That's definitely up for debate here, but I guess you could make an argument for it. And if you're gonna make one, then you probably would point to a guy like Dalton Knecht. After all, they are kind of similar players that fill a similar role, obviously being more offensive and three-point shooting oriented. Beasley coming off a tremendous three-point shooting year, not only three-point shooting, but really offense in general, being one of the finalists for the 6th Man of the Year award last season, finishing second in 6th Man of the Year voting, putting up roughly 16 points per game, shooting a tremendous 42% from beyond the arc, while attempting 9.3 3-point shots per game. I mean, that's pretty much what the Lakers and JJ Redick want Dalton Knecht to become, and that's what Malik Beasley currently is right now. So if they are going to trade somebody and maybe salary dump them, I unfortunately probably would point to Dalton Knecht, and maybe a guy like Vincent or Kleber with him if they want to open up another roster spot and therefore maintain roster flexibility. So with that in mind here, would it be worth it, and could they find a trade that would be worth it? Maybe. I mean, one option could be salary dumping him to a team that does have current cap space, and there's only one team left for that being the Brooklyn Nets, a team they are familiar with and a team they have made a trade with in the past year now, that being the Dorian Finney-Smith trade for D'Angelo Russell. And if we're trading Dalton Knecht there, which they probably would have some interest in, after all, they are entering a rebuild which figures to be a pretty long-term rebuild for their team. Dalton Knecht would fit that and could potentially grow with their team. And if we want to go the trade route for simply draft compensation, then we could probably recoup every asset that we trade in that trade. Trading Dalton Knecht for all 3 of the second-round draft picks that we traded for Dorian Finney-Smith, I'm not sure we could get a first-round draft pick here, but I definitely would try for it. If not, though, simply getting back the rights to our 2028, 2030, and 2031 second-round draft pick. Or if you want to expand the trade, and I definitely would try to do that here, then maybe offering something like both Dalton Knecht and Gabe Vincent for not only draft picks, but then Haywood Highsmith, another player the Nets traded for and probably don't want to keep on their team. Yes, he is currently dealing with an injury, but should be back in the early portion of the season, so maybe adding a 3-and-D wing like Haywood Highsmith, then signing Malik Beasley thereafter, and getting all 3 of our second-round draft picks with it. That wouldn't be a terrible option to then make room for Malik Beasley and be able to maybe upgrade the rotation while doing it. Adding a 3-and-D wing with Haywood Highsmith, then adding a better 3-point shooting option and simply a better spark off the bench like Malik Beasley, that could be a pathway that could be worth it and actually fairly realistic too. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not guaranteeing this or saying it's incredibly likely to happen, but if they wanted to try to get Malik Beasley and open up space for him, this could be an option for them and probably the most likely option from a team that they recently traded with and currently does have cap space to work with and therefore absorb a salary dump move if they want to make one. And well, then for their outside competition to sign Malik Beasley, the only team that's currently being reported about happens to be the New York Knicks, saying that they have been in contact or have at least have interest in him for a veteran minimum contract, kind of confirming or at least kind of hinting the price for him, likely not to be above a veteran minimum. He's kind of got to take a prove-it deal again this season to then work his way back up to a bigger long-term contract this season thereafter. But I think that'll pretty much do it for this one. And if you enjoyed the video, then I'll greatly appreciate it if you dropped a like, subscribe to the channel if you have not already, and hit that notification bell to never miss out when I upload a video. But as always, thank you for watching and have a great day or night.